Hello everyone, good morning, namaskar. How are you doing this morning? हमने थोड़ा जल्दी रख दिया आज का वेबिनार, but I promise we'll stick to 11 o'clock every single day for the rest of the month. So if you can hear my voice, please say hello, please say good morning, and I will be able to say hello. Hi Hemant Mudgal ji, kaise? Namaskar. Good to know Pratik will be taking to this webinar on most used tool moving average. Yeah. Hi Suresh, how are you doing? Durgesh, Anurag, Javed, Aniket. Good to see you guys. And thank you for actually attending a basic webinar. I really, really appreciate it. Um, but I knew a lot of you who are actually advanced traders will attend today. So I have a little surprise for you as well. It's a small surprise. And it's a small story that about me interacting with a trader. So I hope you find that interesting. So because you made it to come and learn something that you already know, आपको मैं एक बहुत interesting story बताऊंगा जो कल दिल्ली में हुआ था. That happened in Delhi yesterday around 7 o'clock. So I'll tell you about that wonderful story. Even Pulkit has not heard this story before. I won't be revealing names, but Pulkit knows who I met. But yeah, that should be good. Can everyone say hi to Pulkit as well? Pulkit will be on chat, answering all of your questions and making sure all your questions are answered. Hey Raghuram, Manik, Ranjit, good to see you guys. Fantastic. So, do you want to begin? Should we begin now? Hi Nankumar. Good morning Ranjit. So आज का वेबिनार काफी छोटा होगा, 25 मिनट में पूरा कंप्लीट हो जाएगा एंड उसके बाद मैं आपको एक स्टोरी बताऊंगा ऑफ माय एक्सपीरियंस विद अ ट्रेडर दैट आई मेट yesterday. He is actually an institutional investor. I'm sure you'll really like that story. वो स्टोरी में कुछ 12 से 13 मिनट बाद बताऊंगा अभी से. So I'll tell you that story about 12 to 13 minutes from now. So please hold on. Sajid is saying parabolic SaaS strategy working and he's made a good profit in crude oil. Very nice, Sajid. That's a round of applause for you. Your voice is so energetic. That's because of you, Manik. Because of you. Because I hear your voice. Okay, so let me tell you about today's what's going to happen. So let me tell you something about yourself that you do not know. Does that sound interesting? Let me tell you something about yourself that you yourself don't know, and that is you already have all the information you need. I'll say this again. You already have all the information you need to become the best trader and investor in your community. So wherever you live, amongst your friends, you already have enough information to become the best investor out of all of your friends. That's true. I don't think you need to attend my webinars. I think you're already pretty smart. I don't think you need to learn anything from me. I think you already know enough. But do keep coming because then I'll get lonely. But yeah, that's the truth. The only thing holding you back is fear. Isn't that true? The only thing that's holding you back is यार थोड़ा और टेस्ट कर लेते हैं. Maybe next month अपना capital बढ़ाऊंगा. Let me test a little more and next month I can increase my capital. Yes or no? Aren't we all a little scared and we say maybe if I learn a little more I can reduce my risk? Isn't that it? Come on, we can all admit it, right? That's true, right? That is what's holding us back. So with respect to this, because you all have admitted that yes, there is a little bit of fear, I am going to tell you a story in about 12 to 13 minutes that is going to blow your mind. So I hope you like that. And let me start my screen capture. I hope you can see it, Mr. Das, Bhaskar Jyoti Das. I just switched on my screen. I hope you should be able to see it. तो अर्जुन जी, मैं ये लेट मी ट्रांसलेट इन हिंदी में, इसको मैं हिंदी में बोलता हूँ. हमारे पास इनफ इंफॉर्मेशन है अपने कम्युनिटी में सबसे अच्छा इन्वेस्टर बनने की, लेकिन अंदर एक छोटी सी आवाज है जो हमको बोलता है नहीं यार थोड़ा रुक जा, हो सकता है हम अभी प्रिपेयर्ड नहीं हो सकता है थोड़ा सा और इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए, और वो डर आपको पकड़ के आगे नहीं बढ़ने देता है कि नहीं. थोड़ा लगता है ना, मुझे भी लगता है. आपको भी नहीं, मुझे भी लगता है कभी कभी उठ के यार शायद ठीक नहीं कर रहा हूं मैं. लगता है ना आपको? थोड़ा सा तो लगता है ना? तो इसी विषय पे एक बहुत ही दिलचस्प स्टोरी है जो मैं आपको 12 से 13 मिनट में बताऊंगा। थोड़ा मूविंग एवरेजेस के बारे में पढ़ ले, उसके बाद मुझे लगता है आपको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा कि ये डर को आपको कैसे मिटाना है। यस, मेक सेंस? That story will tell you how you can actually remove the fear out of yourself and you'll feel a lot better. Are we all ready to begin? Give me a thumping caps lock yes. Fantastic. So we always do webinars, like you all know. I'm sorry that I did a webinar at 10 o'clock. I promise every weekend we will move to 11 o'clock, as I see it's more easy for everyone to attend at 11 o'clock, right? So I'll change the webinar timing to 11 o'clock. Tomorrow also we have a fantastic webinar on the super strength strategy that I'll be taking tomorrow. And we've actually pushed the prices down to 500 rupees. That's right. It's 500 rupees to attend tomorrow plus GST. Here is the link. So click on this link. Did you get it? Yeah. Click on the link and you will be able to come to this page. There's a webinar tomorrow at 15th April, 11 o'clock in the morning, and a recording will be provided. This is a super trend strategy. We'll identify the entry, exit, and stop losses. And I'll be taking the webinar, obviously. So that will become very affordable. So I hope to see you guys there. Spending time with traders is always good, right? Okay, one last thing. Please, is it 1 hour? Yes, Arvind, that's an hour. That's correct. So how do you access the webinar? Simply visit the same link. Simply visit the same link you used to reach this webinar. And after 2 hours, you'll be able to see the recording. Has everyone understood how to record, how to access the webinar? Yes? Can we use the super strength strategy for positional? Yes, Tapas, it actually works better for positional. So yes, but it works well for intraday as well. Everyone's understood how to access the recording. Fantastic. थोड़ा cricket की बातें करें. एक average क्या है? What's in an average? Let's say we have this handsome white batter over here who plays cricket, and he's taken these 10 matches. Can anyone guess what are these numbers over here? Anil Joshi is saying, what happened to access to previous webinars? It's a good question. We will solve it today, Anil, for sure. Runs, that's right. These are runs. Now, look at my cursor very carefully. In match 6, he's made 4 runs. Does that mean he's a bad batter? Oh my God, Hemant, baap re baap. Hemant has found the average. Does that mean he's a bad batter? This guy's made 4 runs in 1 match. Is he a stupid batter? Who can tell me? Yes, yes or no? No, no, okay. If you did not make money in a week, does that make you a bad trader? Please say not at all. But do you believe that? No, you don't. You always think, यार मेरे में ही कुछ गड़बड़ होगी, मेरा दोस्त तो पैसा बनाया, मैंने 1 महीना पैसा नहीं बनाया. Remember, you guys, this is the same, okay? Now, what if so this batsman made 164 runs in match 9. Is he a superb batsman? Is he a very good batsman? Well, the answer is we need to find the average. And how you find the average? And how you find the average is you take the total of all the runs and you divide it by the number of matches. I need at least 20 people to say what the average is over here. Please tell me. Add up all the runs. We've done half of the work for you. Divide it by number of matches and you'll get the average. What is it? Yes, 58.1. Bahut badhiya. Now we have 200 people attending and only some 30 people are participating in chat. Please put your coffee mug down, put your legs down, bring your fingers to the keyboard and spend some time with me and chat. All right? Fantastic. Thanks, Hemant, Aniket, Binay, Abhishek, Vijay. All right. So an average is a very interesting way to find out how the person is likely to do. Now let's assume the batsman got out in all matches and he amassed 581 runs. जैसे कि आप सबने कहा 58.1 is his average run. So 58.1 is his average runs. Honey Goyal says, what if you're late for 5 minutes to join webinar? Can we join webinar then also? Sure, honey, you can join even 10 minutes later, no problem. Now, here's my question to you. If he is batting tomorrow, do you think he is likely to score at least 50 runs tomorrow? Do you think that's possible? If you had to choose, do you think it's possible, it's likely, I'm not saying hoga hi hoga, is it likely he'll score at least 50 runs? Yes, the chances are high. Is it possible he gets out at duck? 100%. It is possible, but it's likely that he's going to be around 50, right? Makes sense because his average is 58, so 50 to shayad kar hi dega. The probability is higher, correct? Perfect. So this is what a moving average basically is. A moving average is the same as you see in cricket runs. Basically, you calculate the average of the prices to find out what is the average price of a stock over a certain period of days. तो पिछले 50 दिन में average Reliance का price क्या था? In the last 50 days, what was the average price of Reliance? That's all it is. When the 51st day comes, you remove the first day and you add the 51st day, thereby maintaining your 50 days average, and it keeps moving. Therefore, surprise, surprise, it's called the moving average. और कुछ नहीं है इसमें. It's just a moving average. It keeps adding new data and dropping the first data. Make sense? Got it? Fantastic. We're about 5 minutes away from the interesting story I'm going to tell you, so please stick on. So what does moving averages do? They provide support to security prices, and they also act as resistance. Generally, people come and say, oh, support ke paas pahunch gaya, oh, resistance ke paas pahunch gaya. Many people say, oh, we are near support, or oh, we are near resistance, and that's where a lot of market movement starts happening. They also help us in defining the trend, and moving averages are actually used with a number of indicators to actually make use of. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? Two people were saying sound is not clear. Shall I continue? Yes? Okay, perfect. So these are the kinds of moving averages. One is the simple moving average. The other is exponential. We have weighted moving averages, Vidya moving average, variable, triangular, volume. So as you can see, there are a lot of types of moving averages. The most common, however, is the simple and exponential moving average. These two are the most common and most used types of indicators used on stock prices. So let me show you what the simple moving average looks like. So on Alpha Trader, you can obviously use all kinds of moving averages, but I'm going to use the SMA. That's a simple moving average on Nirav Modi, sorry, Punjab National Bank stock on the daily chart. And over here, what we've done is we've added simple moving average periods of 50, right? So the period is 50. Can someone tell me what 50 means? 50 का क्या मतलब है? 50 days, that's right. This is the average for 50 days, right? The average of the last 50. Wonderful, Michael Eka. I can see some news here. Nilesh Bobade, Ranjit, Pooja, Aniket. Fantastic. Thank you for participating. So you're getting 50 days average, and you get this nice plot over here that's telling you the average. Now, is the price of Punjab National Bank lower than the average? Look at that. That's the average line. That's where Punjab National is. What do you think? Is it on the lower side right now or the higher side? So PNB is on the lower side of this thing. Can someone tell me why? Why is it below average? Who can tell me? Iska reason kya hai? Why is it below average? It's trending down. And there are a lot of problems. Nirav Modi Kripa. Hemant. That's right. So there is some bad news about the company right now, and the perception is negative in the short term. So the prices are down. Now let me remind you School mein yaad hai? Do you remember in school there used to be two types of boys? Okay, one was the boy who was sabse badmash. He would make all the noise. He would be best at sports, and he would be okay at studies. Do you know this boy? Do you know this boy in school? There's always this irritating guy in school that who was always good at sports, would run around, and would always do well in anything physical. Do you remember? This happened in school, right? Do you remember? He was good at running, had nice hair, and was sabse shaitan. Do you remember? That's right. Correct. Now, do you think the same boy is likely to do better in the future in sports? What is likely? Is he going to do better in sports? He is, right? So generally, the average is maintained. Okay, a lot of people saying Paresh is saying like me, Arif is saying like me. That's right, like you, like you. So that's right. People who are good at something are likely to become better in the future. And you, there's always this padhaku boy or girl, most likely girl. They were usually very good at studies. I know I wasn't, and she always used to come first, and she used to get better. Remember that girl or boy in your school? And is the chance that she's going to become better in the future, is that true? I think that's true. This is the same for stocks as well. When you see a stock that's in a downtrend, it is likely to remain in a downtrend. And when you look at a stock that's in an uptrend, it's likely to remain in an uptrend. So let me show you an example. Trading view. So I have Tata Steel open here. I'll open that straight away, and then I'll open Reliance and a bunch of other stocks. Okay, PNB is open. Great. I'll change this to SMA. So I'll add the SMA. Smooth moving average. My God. Okay, there we have it. Moving average. So as you can see that the moving average in this case that we have, actually alpha traders on my other computer, and I'm so used to alpha, but I'm not used to this, which is why inputs, how do I change the MA? Is that, okay, that's the MA, perfect. So I'll change this to 50. And you'll see that Punjab National Bank is this ever big downtrend, right? However, if we open something like, let's say MRF, okay? Is MRF trading below or above the average? Is actually much above the average. So do you think the fundamentals of MRF are probably perception wise good? Yes, they're good. Now let me answer all of your questions. There are a bunch of questions I didn't answer. Sonu Kumar says the new website alpha ss online.in is really useful. Who can't install Alpha Trade on office laptop? Thank you for sharing the link. Abhishek is saying, do we generally use 50 SMA? No, not really. I will tell you what SMAs to use. Vaibhav says, out of webinar topic, Pratik, all of your videos use MacBook, but I understood Alpha Trader does not work on iOS. Yes, that's absolutely right, Vaibhav. It does not work on iOS, but what I have is I can actually switch to Windows on my other MacBook Air laptop. When I run Windows, then you'll see that I can run Alpha Trader. So that's my office laptop. This is my personal laptop. So this personal laptop, I only have iOS on it. So that's, I hope I answer your question. Example, Gitanjali Gems is trading below average as well. So this is a great way to find out whether the stock is doing well or not. Another example is Colgate Palmolive. Right now, it's probably in a downtrend, but before this, it was not. So let's look at this. Great. So do you think that Colgate Palmolive is generally trading? It used to trade above, now it's at, so it's pretty boring. So everyone's understood moving averages when it comes to this. Now, a simple moving average for Reliance will look something like this. We will get the closing prices of each day, and then we'll take the average out and plot it. This is what it looks like. That is the simple moving average for Kotak Bank. Can you all see it? Kotak Bank, that's your simple moving average. Now, I have something to tell you. Okay, I have a question. Paresh is saying, Do you think moving average works in a range bound market? No, not at all. It will not work in a range bound market. Binay is saying, how prediction perfect? So what is your question, Binay? Are you saying, what is the prediction? Is that the question? Paresh is saying, then Paresh, can you please switch off your caps lock? Type in normal this thing, switch off your caps lock. Then 70% market is in range. That's right, Paresh. And you can create a strategy where you are not actually trading within the range and only trading within breakouts. So if you attended any of our old webinars, we've actually taught how to do that. Yes Bank is below 50 SMA. That's right. Now, before I move forward, does everyone want to listen to that story I promised? Yes. And Paresh, if you want to learn a strategy, you should attend tomorrow's webinar. This is the link. All right. Okay, so let me tell you that story. Are you all ready? So this is a true story. I don't know if you know this. Michael Eka is saying, is this for day trading? So we're not discussing a strategy today, Michael. We're just discussing what moving averages are. But we are teaching an intraday and a positional moving average strategy next week. And we're teaching a intraday and positional strategy tomorrow called the Super Trend. So you can pick and choose which one you want to attend. Nandkumar is saying, which moving average to use? 20-50 is fine. 20 and 50 is fine. 21 and 50 actually is fine. Yeah. Is the same one, Ashish. Okay. So can I continue my story if that's okay? Yes. Okay. Perfect. So something very interesting happened yesterday. I don't know if you guys are following my webinars, you know that I'm meeting a lot of traders and fund managers. You've heard me talk about this, right? मैं बहुत सारे traders और fund managers से मिल रहा हूँ पिछले 1-2 महीने से. आपने शायद सुना होगा अगर आप पिछले webinars में गए. So yesterday I actually met one of a fund manager over here at Shangri-La in Delhi. And he was taller than me, well dressed, super, he looked super rich. And he was really nice. He bought me juice. I tried to pay, but he did not. He was extremely nice. Now here is what got me. This man is one of the managers of multiple funds. One of the funds is a hedge fund with 6,000 crores under management. That's impressive, right? By any standard, that's pretty impressive. Indian है, हिंदी में बात कर रहे थे, बहुत ही अच्छे इंसान थे. He manages 6,000 crores. And can you believe how he runs his fund? Just on an Excel sheet. He has a terminal, a bunch of charts, and an Excel sheet. मैंने बोला आप कोई algo use करते होंगे? He said no, he does not use any algo. It is just simple calculation. Now, what this is called in this industry is called quant trading. It's called quantitative trading. Can everyone listen to my voice? Sajid is saying they can't hear me. Can everyone hear me? Okay. This is called quantitative trading. Quantitative trading is very important for you to learn of what that means at least. So here it is. I've actually taken this out for you for today's webinar. Quant hedge fund set to surpass 1 trillion in management. A quant hedge fund means quantitative hedge fund. Quantitative यानी कि when you take numbers and you measure it. Do you think moving average is quantitative? Yes, it is, because you're using actual numbers to crunch. Sonu Kumar says, one line, tell me what is a hedge fund. Hedge fund kya hai? It is a mutual fund for rich people. So people who own large companies put in 1 crore, 5, 10 crores each into this fund. And this fund trades options, trades futures, trades equity, trades bonds, trades everything. So it's basically a mutual fund for like rich people. But that's a very oversimplistic this thing. They're categorized as AIF and there's a bunch of stuff, but that's what it basically means. And the interesting thing is quant hedge funds use only data to decide whether to enter or exit. This means Their entry is predefined, stop loss is predefined, exit is predefined. Now, here's the amazing thing. That man actually uses moving averages as well. Isn't that amazing? I'm not saying that's the only thing he uses. It's one of the things he uses. But what I mean to say is the difference between the people who are managing thousands of crores and us, there is no difference. We have the same tools, we have the same knowledge. The only thing that's holding you back is your fear. Sounds good, right? I feel very good listening to this कि हम में ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं है. वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा बड़ा सोचते हैं, हम शायद थोड़ा छोटा सोचते हैं. वो रिलैक्स करते हैं, हम थोड़ा डरते हैं. Let me say this in English. They probably get a little less scared than we do. We are probably a little less confident, but we have the same tools that he has. So use this to your advantage. And definitely next week, we're going to discuss a strategy you should attend and you can learn. Here's another example of a hedge fund. If someone wants to learn what hedge funds are, this is Two Sigma. They manage a lot of money and they're all about data science. So they want to take data, they want to crunch data, and they want to create trading ideas out of it. So if you type Two Sigma assets under management, you will see that they manage, where is it? So I think they manage something like 100 billion or something. They manage a really big amount. I think it's close to 100 billion, I think. So find that out. But yeah, it's a really big amount. So keep that in mind. Is telling us whether the market thinks the stock is good or not. Correct? Everyone understood this part? The market is trying to tell us, I mean, the moving average tells us whether the market's perception of the stock is good or bad. Make sense? Yeah, I think you're right, Krishna Veni. Absolutely right. And that's true. Now, what if we were to bring another moving average into the fray to tell us where the entry is? So this is called a moving average crossover. A crossover is very simple. It takes one more moving average, one fast and one slow, and brings us this. So you see that we have two moving averages here. One is the 60 moving average, 60. The other one is 15. Can you write this down? 60 and 15. You can also use something like 50 and 21, right? You can also use those. Now, what's happening over here is the slow moving average, that's the 60. This can also be a 50, that's fine. The moving average will move very, very slowly. But when the market suddenly turns, the quicker moving average, that's the 15 moving average, 15, that moving average will quickly move up, resulting in a crossover. You see that? That's a crossover. As soon as a crossover happens, that's right here, this crossover. Crossover means the shorter moving average should move up like this. And this had happened because of this green bars. You buy and you keep your stop loss at the low of the swing low and you hold for as long as possible. In this case, without considering a stop out, if your entry was here around 950, the market made a high of 1,200. That's a pretty big, I think that's a 20-25% up move. So that's very, very interesting. Simple strategy, sometimes the best strategy. Anurag, I think the simple strategy is the only strategy. Everything else, I think, is just not used to. Binay says you're showing graph after. How no go ahead? Binay, can you write it in Hindi? Maybe I don't understand the question. I'll definitely try to answer it. आप हिंदी में लिख दीजिए बिनय. प्रश्न लिखेंगे थोड़ा क्लियर होगा तो मैं आंसर कर पाऊंगा. Great. Here's another crossover, and this time it's a short. So you'll notice that a crossover happened here, and then the market fell down. So this is how moving averages are generally used to detect the trend in general. Hemant says, I entered Infosys at 1124 using edge of space and exiting at 1170. You see that, Binay? Hemant has been attending all webinars and he's actually learned one strategy. आज हम strategy नहीं सिखा रहे बिना, आज हम सिर्फ ये सिखा रहे हैं कि मूविंग एवरेज होता क्या है. स्ट्रैटेजी वेबिनार्स अगर आप अटेंड करेंगे उसमें आपको एंट्री एग्जिट सब मिलेगा. Oh, Binay is saying, how can you know ahead of graph? Good question. Akash says, your free strategies on Saturdays are enough for me to make consistent profit, Pratik. Thank you. Thank you, Akash. Wonderful. I hope we meet someday and you can treat me to Diet Coke. Perfect, perfect. Thank you, Akash. So, Binay, one thing about prediction I want to tell you. मार्केट में हम कभी प्रिडिक्ट नहीं करते हैं, हम सिर्फ स्टेटिस्टिक्स के जरिए एक ऐसा सिस्टम निकालते हैं जहां पर हमें पता है 100 ट्रेड में से 70 प्रॉफिट होंगे, 30 लॉस होंगे. जो 70 प्रॉफिट होंगे वो हर ट्रेड में कम से कम 100 रुपए बनने चाहिए, और जो 30 ट्रेड लॉस होंगे हर ट्रेड में 50 रुपए से ज्यादा लूज नहीं होना चाहिए. इस मैथ्स के जरिए हम टोटल ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, मतलब बहुत महीनों में profit निकाल सकते हैं. I hope that makes sense. Thanks, Hemant. That was my attempt to explain statistics in Hindi. Rajat says, difference between SMA and EMA. So let's discuss the SMA. Akash says, your swing high and swing low strategy is what I follow and results are phenomenal. Yeah, the results are actually great for swing highs and swing lows. Okay, now let's learn something called the exponential moving average. Is everyone ready? अब जो exponential moving average है ये बहुत ही interesting चीज है. The exponential moving average is very interesting. What it does is, can you notice this on a simple moving average? Look at the black line. Isn't it very slow? By slow I mean the market has fallen so much and the black line has barely moved. Can you see it? सबको दिख रहा है? So Aruna, the time frame for this is daily. Do not use this on anything below daily until you learn a system from us. We are not teaching a system today. So you see that the line is very slow. So to make the line faster, we have something called the EMA. Now the EMA reacts much faster. Notice here the market actually fell and the EMA reacted a little better. Why is that? The EMA is the exponential moving average, which means we will give more weight to recent dates as opposed to previous dates. In a simple moving average, all days, आज से 50 दिन पहले और आज, whether it's today or 50 days ago, they're all given equal importance. But in an EMA, yesterday's price movement is given more weightage. Does that make sense? Raghuram says, I have a question. Please suggest time frame. For this, you should only use a daily chart, Raghurama. But once you learn a strategy, you can use that strategy intraday as well. Again, we have a single exponential moving average over here with LIC Housing Finance, and we can actually add two of them like a crossover to get an actual trade. Can someone tell me where the entry was on this crossover? Binay will tell me. Binay बहुत confused रहते हैं. Binay जी आप बताइए please. यहाँ पर कहाँ crossover हुआ है? कौन से महीने में? Binay जी, ये dates हैं यहाँ पर. Crossover कहाँ हुआ है मुझे बताइए. Who can tell me what the crossover day month is for Maruti on this chart? Paresh got it correct. Anurag got it correct. Sarup got it correct. Binay आपका आंसर नहीं आ रहा है. Ravi got it, Abhishek got it, Vishwas got it, Raghuram got it. Excellent. Any more answers? RP Singh, Hemant, Devashish, Nandkumar, come on. Anyone else? Ranjit, Michael, Ashish, good job. That is exactly the crossover. Perfect. That is the crossover. Wonderful. This is the crossover right here. Binay says, how can you predict? But Binay is not paying attention. Of course, you will not be able to understand, Binay sir. So this is your, everyone else got it. Wonderful round of applause for Nilesh, Pankaj, Rajat, Krishnaveni, and everyone who participated. Very nice. So this is the crossover right here, and it started around 5,520. And the opposite, the crossover has not happened yet. So assuming you're not moving your stops, and you're just doing, you enter at cross, under, exit at crossover. If you're doing that, then in this case, 5,000 you bought, it's trading at 7,000. It's a 25% gain. Not bad, right? Wonderful. Is October a crossover? Yes, Pankaj. October is a crossover, which means you would sell here. This is a cross under, which means you will buy here. Perfect. That's all it is. One thing I need you all to remember, and this is the key that you already know. In case you guys have 3 lakh rupees and you invested today in any stock, and you regularly put in 5,000 rupees every month to trade with, and this keeps growing for the next 10 years, let's say 15 years, and you're earning an average of 16% a year. We've seen some 20-25% on a single trade, but let me take 16% as an example. Then you will see that your capital has grown to almost 63 lakhs. Isn't that amazing? And the cool thing is that your initial principal was only 12 lakhs, but the interest you earned is 50 lakhs. Impressive, right? This is the power of doing something for a very, very long time and not getting bored, also known as compounding. ये वो चीज है जो आप एक चीज बहुत टाइम तक करते रहते हैं बिना बोरियत के, और इसको हम कहते हैं कंपाउंडिंग. तो focus on, even if you do half of what is expected, you will still do well in life. Make sense? Where can I get that calculator? ये लो, weekend है, मजे लो आप इनके, and do some blue sky thinking over the weekend. I hope you enjoyed today's webinar. And I really hope that you come to tomorrow's webinar on Super Trend, because that's a proper strategy. And you can actually learn the entry exit, something for that. Manik says, may I have your email ID? I want to ask you out of syllabus question. I'm really sorry, Manik. ये तो possible नहीं हो पाएगा. I have many people asking me. So Raghu Rama is saying, what about the story? I'm sorry, but the story I told you about, that I met a fund manager yesterday, that is actually the story. That people who are managing $1 billion do not have more tools than you. He also uses Microsoft Excel, he uses moving averages, and he gets fantastic returns just by using these simple things. Michael Eka saying, what's the winning percentage? For Super Trend, it's probably close to 65%, maybe 68% on some good years. For moving averages that we just discussed, is probably 52-53%. But overall, they're all profitable. But yeah, Abhishek, can I recover all my losses through Super Trend? Now, Abhishek, if you are attending to recover losses, I would recommend you stop trading completely. I've been trading for 11 years now. And when you trade to get back losses, you don't think properly, you know, and that is a very difficult place to be. But if you're willing to commit for the next 1 year to recover your losses, that means you're trading to trade and not to recover your losses, then you should attend. If you think that's a long time, please don't attend the webinar. Yeah, that's what I would recommend to you as a friend. Sir, I need Bharti Airtel analysis. I'm in 390 calls stuck. Get out if you don't know what to do, Rohan. Please only trade when you have a strategy. Please do not lose more than 2% of your capital on a single trade. Otherwise, it will spell doom. So, रोहन, अगर आपका कैपिटल 1 लाख है, 2,000 से ज्यादा एक ट्रेड में नहीं गवा सकते. उससे ज्यादा गवाए हैं तो आपने बहुत बड़ा मिस्टेक किया है, और उसको एग्जिट करके कभी ट्रेड नहीं कीजिए. You have to maintain your risk. If you're losing more than 2% a trade, you will eventually flush out your capital. Don't think of revenge, the market will kiss you. Totally kiss you, nahi, kick you. Yeah, kick you. Can you please share the link for Alpha Web Link? Pulkit, can you do that? I don't have that. I know you're telling strategy, but how can one trade? How can one check if its trade has gone wrong? Well, Rajat, if you have a strategy, you keep trading it. There is no wrong or right. If Hindustan Unilever makes a loss on one toothpaste, is the product wrong? No. You need to keep selling the toothpaste. You need to keep trading. I want LearnApp to come out soon. I know, Vishwas. Thank you. What is exponential moving average? What does it mean? It basically means कि जो recent price move है उसको ज़्यादा weightage मिलता है, जो old price move है उसको कम weightage मिलता है. Let me convert in English. Whatever is the latest price move, that is given more weightage. Whatever is the first old price move is given less weightage. Is super trend for options or equity? Both, Pankaj. But actually, it's only for equity. Would not recommend to trade options with it. Is it good to do a fundamental first and then find an entry point? Sure, you can, but I would really think that's a bad idea because it's too much work involved and you cannot actually backtest it. Can you backtest a fundamental test and then a technical test over 100 trades? I don't think so. So then you should not do it. What else? Sorry, I didn't get hear your reply on mail ID. I was disconnected. Okay, Manik, he'll give it to you. What is the best parameter for moving average? I think 21 and 50 is the best parameter. Simple. Maximum 2 you should use. I can't book my loss easily. What should I do? I think you should stop trading. You should stop trading and reduce your size and trade with only something you can afford. I'm sorry, that's the truth. I know it's very difficult, but yeah. Sir, India Bulls housing finance. Okay, let's check this out. India Bulls housing finance. It's right here. I'll open the daily chart. Okay, so India Bulls housing finance is actually in it's actually in an uptrend. So if you're trading this, your stop loss would be 1,298. So 2 points below 1,300 would be your stop loss. That's where the trend would end and this would start moving down. Otherwise, it would move up. True, बैक टेस्ट नहीं कर सकते फंडामेंटल्स में, बिल्कुल सही. सर योर व्यू ऑन वेदांता. ओके, ये मैं लास्ट कर रहा हूँ, उसके बाद नहीं करूंगा वेदांता. दिस इज द लास्ट आई विल डू वेदांता. So Vedanta is in a downtrend. This bugger will fall. That's my analysis. But again, I could be completely wrong. This is only my personal opinion. I do not ever give recommendations. So never will I give up. This is just my opinion. On average, how much can we make per day with a capital of 10 lakhs? Not a silly question at all, Abhishek. Want to trade full time. So let me answer Abhishek's question very simply. Let me answer Abhishek's question. How much can I make a day? So markets will never give you consistent returns. This is rule number 1. I need to change this to left aligned. Markets will never give you consistent returns over a period, I'll give you an exact number. Over 6 months, you will get double-digit returns. Assuming you learned a strategy and backtested. These are basic expectations I'm giving you. So generally हम क्या सोचते हैं? I will make 30,000 a month. तो trading में 1,000 रुपए रोज लूंगा मैं. I'll earn 1,000 rupees a day. That's not how it works. In trading, if let's suppose you were supposed to earn 30,000, you'll probably make break even to losses the first 22 days. The last 5 days, that's on day 26, you'll probably make 8,000. And the last 2 days, you will go from 8,000 to 30,000. So usually your month's target is made with 1, 2, or 3 trading days. Okay. No problem. So there are a lot of questions coming. I would recommend you to keep attending our webinars and I can answer them all. How to backtest a strategy, you have to create set of rules, you have to go through. I mean, I can't teach you in just one shot, but I'll definitely teach maybe next time, Abhishek ji. All right. So I think our webinar is coming to an end today. Please attend tomorrow's webinar, and I'd like to tell you to support SAS. Please refer your friends by going to this website. We can only do these free webinars because we're growing as a brokerage firm. So please fill this out. Invite at least one of your friends using refer, and you'll also earn something in return. And with SAS, whether you can also take delivery based trades which are leveraged. So if you have 1 lakh in your account, you can actually trade up to 4 lakhs. And if you already hold stocks, you can take margin against those stocks. So if you have 1 lakh in shares, you can trade with 75,000 using equity plus and margin plus. These are our products. Thank you so much for your time. अगर आपको अच्छा लगा, can you say something nice to me instead of asking a question? कुछ अच्छा बोल दीजिए, मुझे भी अच्छा लगेगा. Did you like today's webinar? Yes? Yes? Thank you so much. RP Singh, you should use the SMA. One should be 21, one should be 50. Thank you so much. Thank you, Abhishek, for saying I'm a rock star. I'm really not, but thank you so much for your time. Namaskar. Have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you tomorrow on an actual strategy that we learn on Supertrend. Goodbye and have a fantastic weekend. Spend time with your wife. Bye bye.